So, Diablo 4 is going to be coming out very soon. So, I figured this would be a perfect time to play through the previous Diablo games to prepare, starting with Diablo 1, which I haven't played before this week. I did do a character to around level 15 yesterday, or the day before, can't remember now. Just to get used to the game. I don't like to look up anything on a new game, even though this isn't a new game, but it's a new game to me, until I've gotten at least a basic grasp of it, because that's the fun part. So, even with the test run to level 15, I'm assuming getting through the story of Diablo 1 will take the longest. I've played the other Diablo games quite a lot, so those ones should be. I won't have the learning curve on those ones. Now, I'm not going to play with the Hellfire expansion because that's not considered canon, as far as I know, anyway. But I will play through the expansions on the other games. Not that you even have a choice with Diablo 3. I guess you could just not go into Act 5. Probably only going to do minimal editing, like splicing the recordings together. It would just take too long to do otherwise. I might add chapters or something though, so it'll be easier to jump ahead. We'll see. So here I am on a sorcerer because I plan on playing as sorceress in D4. So I figured I would just continue that through all of the games. I'll be a wizard in D3, obviously, but close enough. I'm gonna go talk to the wounded townsman first, just so that I have something to talk to everyone about.
Please, listen to me. The Archbishop Lazarus. He led us down here to find the lost prince. The bastard led us into a trap. Now everyone is dead, killed by a demon he called the Butcher. Avenge us! Find this butcher and slay him, so that our souls may finally rest.
And I'm already on this side, not that it's really close to work, but it's close enough that I'll go to work first.
Psst, over here. I know more than you think about that grisly fiend. His little friends got a hold of me and managed to get my leg before Griswold pulled me out of that hole. I'll put it bluntly. Kill him before he kills you and adds your corpse to his collection.
Let me move my mana pots. Move my mouse pad. It's falling off the mouse pad.
Good day. How may I serve you? When Farnham said something about a butcher killing people, I immediately discounted it. But since you brought it up, maybe it is true.
Thank goodness you returned. Much has changed since you lived here, my friend. All was peaceful until the Dark Riders came and destroyed our village. Many were cut down where they stood, and those who took up arms were slain or dragged away to become slaves, or worse. The church at the edge of town has been desecrated and is being used for dark rituals. The screams that echo in the night are inhuman, but some of our townsfolk may yet survive. Follow the path that lies between my tavern and the blacksmith's shop to find the church and save who you can. Perhaps I can tell you more if we speak again. Good luck.
Well, what can I do for you? I saw what Farnham calls the Butcher, as it swathed a path through the bodies of my friends. He swung a cleaver as large as an axe, hewing limbs and cutting down brave men where they stood. I was separated from the fray by a host of small screeching demons, and somehow found the stairway leading out. I never saw that hideous beast again, but his blood-stained visage haunts me to this day.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. It seems that the Archbishop Lazarus goaded many of the townsmen into venturing into the labyrinth to find the king's missing son. He played upon their fears and whipped them into a frenzied mob. None of them were prepared for what lay within the cold earth. Lazarus abandoned them down there, left in the clutches of unspeakable horrors to die.
What ails you, my friend? By the light, I know of this vile demon. There were many that bore the scars of his wrath upon their bodies when the few survivors of the charge led by Lazarus crawled from the cathedral. I don't know what he used to slice open his victims, but it could not have been of this world. It left wounds festering with disease, and even I found them almost impossible to treat. Beware if you plan to battle this fiend.
And a fellow drinking peace? Big cleaver, killing all my friends. Couldn't stop him, had to run away, couldn't save them. Trapped in a room with so many bodies, so many friends. No!
And I think I've talked to everyone except for Adria. The innkeeper there won't talk to me about specific subjects yet. Oh, I meant to buy things from Pepin. I want a couple health pots with my 100 starting gold.
I sense a soul in search of answers. The Butcher is a sadistic creature that delights in the torture and pain of others. You have seen his handiwork in the Drunkard Farnham. His destruction will do much to ensure the safety of this village.
Mana pots are more important than health pots. But I have 0 health pots, so...
What ails you, my friend?
There we go. Now I have nothing in my bags. Can head down into the first level.
The sanctity of this place has been fouled.
Definitely not gonna go right to the next level already. Ooh. A lot of the shrines I can't tell what it does sometimes at all, but definitely right away. That one was pretty obvious, so. Although I guess it wouldn't have been obvious if I had found it later. Yeah. So I guess it'll be harder to tell where I've gone. Well, identity even.
Not enough mana. Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Level up. I really don't know what the best stats are, but me in magic and 2 in bit. Probably do that. Probably start saving some soon. Having a little bit more resources will not be a bad thing for right now.
Not enough mana.
Oh, yeah. Don't even have a cape or an armor slot there. Let's see. What's with this staff of readiness? Not really going to be using staves to whack things with, so -6 to mana.
Not enough mana.
Okay, let's get 40 on magic, 25 on vitality. Yep. Book of Healing. Let me put that on 7.
Do not have a spell ready.
And I need to recharge my staff. So now it's 30 charges. I've not kept the keybind.
Where would I put this?
I think that was, I don't know. I'm going to trade it out for the bow though, because it does take up slightly less rooms. There might be another thing I can fit in. I have this on it.
I cannot carry any more.
Yeah, I definitely want to pick up any books. Be able to level up my healing right away. Haven't even used it yet. And a bookcase. Charge bolt, nice. Right now I'm gonna put that on 6. I think of, oh, I want to get back my club. I see something blue? No, no, I saw a chest. Well, I would be able to pick that up. How much money do I have? Not a bad amount. Okay, I'm gonna dip my toes into level 2. and then go to town. And I don't think I have to ID anything because I think the only blue. Oh no, I have that saber. But still, do that, and then I can sell everything, stock up on some more potions. Actually, I could talk to him too. Or I could talk to everyone.
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun.
But I could talk to him and hear what he says about the butcher now.
Yes, Farnham has mumbled something about a hulking brute who wielded a fierce weapon. I believe he called him a butcher.
Well, what can I do for you?
That saber. Oh, is that? I think that. Oh, okay, no, the saber dexterity is the one that would be the magic one. Let me repair the cape. I don't care about the staff.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
I have an idea of what Pepin's about to tell me.
I'm glad I caught up to you in time. Our wells have become brackish and stagnant, and some of the townspeople have become ill drinking from them. Our reserves of fresh water are quickly running dry. I believe that there is a passage that leads to the springs that serve our town. Please find what has caused this calamity, or we all will surely perish.
I had an idea of that because the well is yellow and gross instead of blue.
What ails you, my friend?
Okay, let me receive healing and buy a potion of healing. How much gold do I have? 751. I still have 2 staves. I don't think this one's going to be worth much at all. But let's go talk to people about the water.
Good day. How may I serve you? My grandmother is very weak, and Garda says that we cannot drink the water from the wells. Please, can you do something to help us?
Okay, what's that? Up or down? Okay, it's right here.
Psst, over here. For once, I'm with you. My business runs dry, so to speak, if I have no market to sell to. You better find out what is going on, and soon.
Okay, talk to Jillian about the water. So now, Ogden.
Greetings, good master. Welcome to the Tavern of the Rising Sun. I have always tried to keep a large supply of foodstuffs and drink in our storage cellar, but with the entire town having no source of fresh water, even our stores will soon run dry. Please, do what you can, or I don't know what we will do.
Well, what can I do for you? Pippin has told you the truth. We will need fresh water badly, and soon. I've tried to clear one of the smaller wells, but it reeks of stagnant filth. It must be getting clogged at the source.
See, Decretine is hanging out near a grossly
Hello, my
yellow
friend.
water well.
Stay a while and listen. I don't know what I can really tell you about this that will be of any help. The water that fills our wells comes from an underground spring. I have heard of a tunnel that leads to a great lake. Perhaps they are one and the same. Unfortunately, I do not know what would cause our water supply to be tainted.
Don't think I'd talked to Farnham yet.
Tender fellow drinking peace? You drink water?
I sense a soul in search of answers. The people of Tristram will die if you cannot restore fresh water to their wells. Know this, demons are at the heart of this matter, but they remain ignorant of what they have spawned.
Okay, let me sell my 2 staffs in my inventory. Yep, 1 gold. So I definitely should have brought something else back. But 500 gold for the other one. And don't really have that much money, but let's see what you have. Okay, you don't even have books. So, mana pots it is. Won't be that far. I'm not gonna want to get. I could go up here. Oh, my healing spell is already went up. What? 30 level 2, cost 8 mana. Now it only costs 5 mana, which is less than my fireball. Why does it not show me I charge bolt, don't it? Why does it not show me charge bolt? Because the staff overrides it, I guess? The charge bolt costs the same amount as firebolt. Gonna have to recharge that soon.
Not enough mana.
You know, there was an elite. Did the elite die? Could have dropped a blue item if the elite died. Okay, let's go down to the Dark Passage. Oh, and I haven't saved. Not really used to having to save in a game like this. I have to recharge the staff. Now I only have 15 charges on it. Probably save some points. I don't know what improvision is.
Not enough mana. Not enough mana.
Seven charges on my staff now. And everything must be dead. Dip my toes into that.
Where would I put this? I have no room.
Thought that was that's what I'm looking for, just like that. So I want two things. Well, at least I know it's worth a decent amount of gold. Done that. Let's see. Wanted to. Oh, 5 charges. No.
Enough mana.
Let's get 40 life and then 90 mana.
Not enough mana.
I was hoping I would be able to finish out the whole level, but I'm not getting lucky
Not
with
enough mana.
mana pots. So I'm gonna find all the gold piles here. Then go back to town. There is
Not
a
enough mana.
book in there, but oh, that doesn't actually go. Well, but I don't have. I can get like a couple charges if I recharge the staff, but that staff's pretty much dead now. I have no mana. Get up to 1,500 gold. I think I have some things to ID though, which I found is the gamble. It is a scroll of healing, right? Yeah. So, see, the water's nice and blue now.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
Durability. More armor and some light radius. What's this magic? Might as well use that a little bit.
Well, what can I do for you?
What's that you say? The mere presence of the demons has caused the water to become tainted? Oh, truly a great evil lurks beneath our town. But your perseverance and courage gives us hope. Please, take this ring. Perhaps it will aid you in the destruction of such vile creatures.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to identify it. Ooh, I did have a mana pot. Didn't see it.
What ails you, my friend?
Good day. How may I serve you?
Let's see if anybody has anything to say about level 3.
Psst, over here.
Master, I have a strange experience to relate. I know that you have a great knowledge of those monstrosities that inhabit the labyrinth, and this is something that I cannot understand for the very life of me. I was awakened during the night by a scraping sound just outside of my tavern. When I looked out from my bedroom, I saw the shapes of small demon-like creatures in the inn yard. After a short time they ran off, but not before stealing the sign to my inn. I don't know why the demons would steal my sign, but leave my family in peace. 'Tis strange, no?
Here we go, I got the sign stolen quest. What's it called? Ogden's Sign.
Well, what can I do for you?
There. Cap and my armor. And then talk to him about the sign.
Demons stole Ogden's sign, you say? That doesn't sound much like the atrocities I've heard of or seen. Demons are concerned with ripping out your heart, not your signpost.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen. I see that this strange behavior puzzles you as well. I would surmise that since many demons fear the light of the sun and believe that it holds great power, it may be that the rising sun depicted on the sign you speak of has led them to believe that it too holds some arcane powers. Perhaps they are not all as smart as we had feared.
Find a fellow drinking peace? You know what I think? Somebody took that sign. They're gonna want lots of money for it. If I was Ogden, well, I'm not, but if I was, I'd just buy a new sign with some pretty drawing on it. Maybe a nice mug of ale, ooh, or a piece of cheese.
I'm gonna come back and go back around to talk to everyone else, but I'm gonna go do my dealings with Adria. This stuff doesn't really give me anything. Ooh, and I forgot I'm going to have to ID that ring too. I might as well drink that potion.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
See, what do you have? No books.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What ails you, my friend? My goodness, demons running about the village at night, pillaging our homes. Is nothing sacred? I hope that Ogden and Garda are all right. I suppose that they would come to see me if they were hurt.
I mean, there's an infestation of demons in the cathedral. If that's not sacred, why would you think your home is?
Good day. How may I serve you? Oh my, is that where the sign went? My grandmother and I must have slept right through the whole thing. Thank the light that those monsters didn't attack the inn.
Jillian has the right thoughts. All they did was come and steal a sign.
Psst, over here. What? Is he saying I took that? I suppose that Griswold is on his side too. Look, I got over simple sign stealing months ago. You can't turn a profit on a piece of wood.
Seen the price of staves.